All right, folks, let's dive right into something that's making waves in Turkey. Turkey is significantly advancing in the nuclear energy field, with Russia's Rosatom leading the charge. Turkey's energy minister, Alison Biar, has been busy negotiating deals with Rosatom for not just one, but a second nuclear power plant on the Black Sea coast in Sinop. That's not all. They already have the Akuyu nuclear power plant in the works, which is set to supply about 10% of Turkey's electricity needs by 2028. Impressive, right? But Turkey isn't stopping there. They're also in talks with China about setting up a third nuclear plant. They're on a roll to reduce fossil fuel dependency, aiming for a whopping 20 GWh of nuclear power by 2050. Additionally, they plan to use small modular reactors to add another 5 GWh. Now, here's where it gets a bit tricky. NATO is closely watching this whole deal, especially with Russia's involvement. There's concern about Russia establishing a strong presence in a NATO member's backyard through this nuclear partnership. This has people worried about Moscow potentially influencing Turkey's energy policies and even its political decisions. Experts are warning that Turkey's close collaboration with Russian nuclear technology could lead to serious dependency issues, not to mention the risks of nuclear proliferation. There's also the slim but concerning possibility that this technology could be repurposed for military uses. The real kicker: this whole scenario could disrupt NATO's unity, making it harder for the alliance to stick together and stand strong. Turkey is playing a high-stakes game, balancing these nuclear deals not just with Russia, but also eyeing potential deals with China and possibly even the US in the future. Folks, let's break down a real game changer in the global arena: Turkey's strategic pivot toward joining the BRICS coalition, which includes Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. Why is this such a big deal? Because BRICS stands as a bold counterpoint to Western-dominated economic groups like the G7. Turkey, looking to shake things up and diversify its alliances, sees BRICS as a golden ticket to expand its geopolitical playbook, especially as its EU membership bid hits a standstill. Turkey isn't just flirting with the idea. They're serious. Their move toward BRICS isn't about turning their backs on NATO or the EU. It's about widening their options, reducing dependency on the West, and adding some robust economic partners to their corner. Now, I've got a quick favor to ask. If you're finding this discussion enlightening, smash that like button. Your likes and comments mean the world to us and help more people get informed. If you haven't already, consider watching the whole video to support our channel. We really value your engagement, and it helps us keep bringing you these deep dives into what's happening around the world. Thank you for being part of our community. Turkish officials are clear. They view BRICS not as a replacement, but as a complement to their Western ties. Recently, Turkey has been quite vocal about this interest. Turkish Foreign Minister Hakan Fidan isn't just attending BRICS meetings. He's there with the blessing of key figures, like Russian President Vladimir Putin, who supports Turkey joining the club. This move is about Turkey boosting its position on the world stage, engaging with powers from both the West and the East, and showcasing a smart, balanced approach in today's complex global landscape. But it's not all about politics. Turkey is also making sharp moves in the energy sector. They're pushing hard on nuclear energy to cut down their massive reliance on imported fossil fuels, which currently account for a whopping 70% of their energy needs. This heavy dependence leaves them vulnerable to global market swings and geopolitical disputes. Nuclear energy is their ace for stability, providing a reliable power source that keeps them strong and secure. Plus, it's cleaner for the environment. Turkey is aiming for carbon-neutral status by 2053, aligning their energy strategies with environmental sustainability. Let's zoom in on Turkey's energy scene and trade dynamics, as there's a lot happening, and it's crucial for understanding their global strategy. As of 2023, Turkey's energy mix is quite diverse, but still heavily relies on traditional sources. Coal remains dominant, accounting for over a third of their electricity generation, with a significant portion imported from Russia. Natural gas is also a major player, but there's notable growth in renewables like hydro and wind power, which are excellent for reducing greenhouse gases and tackling climate change head-on. When it comes to solar power, Turkey has the potential to be a powerhouse, but is currently tapping into only a small fraction of it. Geothermal energy is gaining traction, especially in the western regions, and there are smaller contributors like biomass and waste energy making up the mix. Switching gears to trade, Turkey and Russia are doing significant business together, with trade volumes reaching a historic $65 billion in 2023, triple what they were just a few years ago. Much of this trade is driven by energy, with Turkey buying Russian oil at a discount due to Western sanctions and receiving gas through the Turk Stream pipeline. Additionally, the Akuyu nuclear power plant is a cornerstone of this burgeoning trade relationship. Looking ahead to 2024, Turkey's trade relationship with Russia shows no signs of cooling off despite geopolitical tensions. In fact, trade is expected to remain strong or even grow. However, the trade story with the U.S. is trending differently. Early 2024, data points to a drop in U.S. exports to Turkey, while Turkish goods reaching U.S. shores have significantly increased. China also plays a crucial role in Turkey's trade dynamics. Trade with China surpassed $47 billion, highlighting Turkey's efforts to diversify its economic partnerships. This move aligns with Turkey's ambitions within BRICS and beyond, engaging powerfully not just with traditional Western partners, but also increasingly with the East. Focusing on Turkey-China trade, the scale of their economic exchange is colossal. In 2023, Turkey imported over $44 billion worth of goods from China, but only exported about $3 billion in return. This significant trade gap has been a thorn in their bilateral relationship for some time. Jump to 2024, and there's a shift. Chinese exports to Turkey dipped by 13.7%, down to about $37.5 billion, while Turkish exports to China ticked up by 10.4%, reaching $3.3 billion. So, while there's still a significant trade imbalance, Turkey is making strides to push those numbers up bit by bit. Turkey isn't just sitting around hoping things balance out. They're actively working on it. By boosting direct investments and ramping up joint projects under China's massive Belt and Road Initiative, they aim to get more Turkish goods into Chinese markets and smooth out that lopsided trade ledger. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Turkey is playing a different game with its currency strategy. They're stepping away from the US dollar, joining a global trend that's gaining momentum among nations in the global south. This move is significant. It's about reducing vulnerability to dollar swings and those ever-looming sanctions. Turkey is going all in with bilateral trade deals that allow them to trade in local currencies. Take Russia, for instance. Turkey and Russia are conducting deals in their own currencies, the Turkish lira and the Russian ruble. And it doesn't stop there. Turkey has a currency swap deal with China too, aiming to boost trade in yuan and lira, effectively sidelining the dollar. Moreover, Turkey's central bank is bolstering its reserves with non-dollar currencies and gold. This isn't just diversification. It's a strategic shift to fortify Turkey against global economic winds and keep their economy stable. Let's take a deep dive into how Turkey is playing its cards on the international stage, especially with its shift toward using local currencies in trade with neighbors and regional blocs. This move is designed to strengthen economic ties and reduce reliance on the US dollar in regional trade. It's a strategy that's reshaping economic relationships right in our backyard. But here's where the plot thickens. The US isn't just watching from the sidelines. Concerns are mounting over Turkey's nuclear ambitions, particularly their partnerships with Russia and China. The US is pushing hard to reel Turkey back into the Western fold, promoting Western technology like small modular reactors, SMRs, from US and UK companies as safer, more aligned options compared to what they're getting from Russia and China. These SMRs aren't just about ensuring continuous electricity, they're crucial for aligning Turkey with NATO standards. Let's not overlook the sanctions strategy either. The US has made it clear they won't hesitate to impose sanctions on entities like Rosatom involved in Turkey's nuclear projects. The message is clear: align with us or face economic consequences. These actions are part of a broader strategy to limit Russian and Chinese influence in strategic regions, ensuring NATO's security framework remains robust and adaptable to new challenges. The construction of the Akuyu nuclear power plant by Russia's Rosatom, along with discussions about additional plants with Chinese involvement, raise significant concerns for the US. They're wary of the potential sway Russia and China could exert over a pivotal NATO member. In response, the US is actively countering these developments, leveraging diplomatic and economic tools to maintain equilibrium in what is increasingly a multipolar global stage. That concludes our deep dive for today. Thanks for tuning in, folks. If you found this insightful or if it sparked some thoughts, don't forget to hit that like button and consider subscribing to stay connected with our community. Your engagement is greatly appreciated. Check out another one of our videos popping up on your screen now. Keep those discussions going and stay sharp. Thank you for watching.